Roblox has endless game genres that can get overwhelming. As a beginner dev, where do you start? Should your first game be an obby with rage-inducing levels to get players looking to be the first to beat it? Maybe a simulator. They definitely suck players into a grind, although it's hard to find unique simulator ideas anymore. Or should you dive into the deep end and make an expansive MMORPG? This is not for the faint of heart. There are so many ways to break this down, and I've already said a lot. Let's not waste any time and get straight into it. You're a new dev and it's time. You watched some videos about where to make games and felt like Roblox was the place for you. After a scroll of the current huge games on the platform, you're left thinking three things: how, why, and where. You have clicked the right video. Let's say while you were jumping around and checking out the games, you hopped into a game called Brookhaven. The game has reached massive amounts of success and definitely has stayed around and standed the test of time. To some people though, and by some I mean a lot, it's not the greatest game in comparison to others. Now, we won't deep dive into every feature players may love, but instead tell you that Roblox is a very social platform. Brookhaven has a lot you can do with random people and even your friends. This might not be the most aesthetically pleasing, but with a decent sized map and low part counts, a larger number of players, no matter their device or age, can jump into the game and have something to do. Fun fact, 78% of Roblox players are on mobile devices. This won't matter too much for your first game. However, as projects get bigger, it's something to keep in mind to make sure your players aren't going to be experiencing lag. Anyways, let's hop into another game to answer another question. But first, if you're enjoying the video, drop your boy a like. I definitely make a lot of content on Roblox development, and I like likes. Next game, Frontlines. Frontlines is literally Call of Duty in Roblox, and it's not just a gun game with blocky characters. When you jump into this game, you don't even feel like you're playing Roblox anymore. With open maps, advanced systems, it's honestly impressive how far the platform has come. So if we look at Frontlines versus Brookhaven, we'll see a decent change in performance and numbers. With a drastic player count difference, you might be asking, why should I put so much effort into a game? That has been a huge topic of debate on the platform for a long time, with no clear answers to solve it for any dev. So I'll put it like this. For your first Roblox game, heck, even your first 10, just enjoy yourself. Focus on something that you think would be fun, or try to recreate something popular with a bit of a twist. Learn what you can and can't do, and start building a style that helps your game stand out from other games. Let me give you a good and a bad example of this. A great example of a good inspired game would be something like Deathball. At its core, it's a copy of Blade Ball, but they added so much more. This game has better sound effects, animations, heck, even the ball and players can do way more. So yes, what started as a copy of the next big game became even bigger and better than the original. Now the bad, and I could sum this up with two words. Clicker Simulator. These games were a huge trend about a year ago. Now, since these games were so easy to make, Roblox has thousands, and I mean thousands of different clicker games now. It's completely drowned out the fun, with a lot of devs just trying to chase the quick Robux grab. Now, I will admit, one of the best one of these clicker games at the time, in my opinion, was Clicker Champions. The high quality builds and great effects made it a very satisfying game. However, this was the opposite of Deathball. Every time a new clicker game came out, it got worse and worse and worse. To the point of now, clicker games are just a meme, and not a viral one either. Now the last question of where. As in, where should I start? We've made it very far together, and I've covered a lot of ground with the ins and outs of Roblox. Stay with me, we're around in the corner and we're almost to the finish line. If you're completely new to game development, Roblox has pre-made templates that are fully scripted and fully editable. These range from obstacle courses that look like they're made in 2010 to a racing game that's higher quality than probably 70 to 80% of the games on the platform. So if you're a brand new dev thinking, where do I start? the templates are a great spot. This way you could see how things work on Roblox and figure out what genre you would have the most fun working on. Have fun, edit them, get creative, learn from them. One day you'll have your own team to make your own games and not need templates. But for now, I'd highly recommend it. Now before I go, we have one last tip. When coming up with an idea, try to think of something you're actually passionate about outside of Roblox. Something you really enjoy doing in real life. Then think about how you could turn that into a game. Now I'm speaking from experience here. When you do this, you will get so much more satisfaction from creating this game. For example, when I'm not creating videos or deving games, there's nothing I'd rather do than go ride my bike with all my buddies. I'm also not talking about a pedal bike. I mean a motorcycle, if that wasn't like, I feel like we've been through this. Anyways, since all I love doing outside of YouTube and game development is riding motorcycles, I've spent the past year, maybe year plus by now, developing a game that's all about stunt riding motorcycles. Now it's definitely my biggest project yet, but hopefully I could get it released and share my enjoyment with the masses. While it's not out just yet, it's definitely the most excited I have ever been working on a Roblox game. And it really did change my whole outlook from making these quick cash grab games to making something with a little more substance behind it. I've had way more fun on the project, been able to avoid burnout, and a lot more people are excited for this than they would be for, let's just say Clicking Simulator 4957. So yeah, when you're trying to think of an idea, try to think of something you're passionate about. Honestly, the whole process is just a lot more rewarding. Anyways, it wouldn't be a Road Builder video without some questions from you guys. Question number 1 from Minara Mesh 9774. Will you keep updating the Dream Game even after it's published, or will you just add a couple of things between a long period of time? The goal is to update the Dream Game a lot. Now, the updates are planned to be pretty big, and we have some pretty off-the-wall ideas that may or may not work on Roblox, so it will take time to get each of them out. And if the game is a big game, well, we need to make sure those updates are tested as well. I do plan on updating as much as I can, but I want to make sure they're quality and not exactly quantity. So yes, the game will be getting updates, but no, it might not be super fast for each one. Next question is from Toothlex. Will there be a custom chat tag or bike cosmetic for the people who played the Dream Game funding test in the Dream Game? Maybe, probably not though. Most chat tags and cosmetics will be for the alpha and beta players. The testing/funding place is kind of just a way for me to let you guys play before the whole game is out. There don't really be any chat tags or anything like that for the people who did end up playing that. I feel like I said that a lot. Anyways, that is gonna wrap up today's video. If you did enjoy and want to see more content like this, please make a comment and subscribe. Have a great day. Later.